Okay, this is going to be by far the most challenging one. There's quite a lot of steps, and it's a pretty interesting feature. It's not something I use all the time, but if you got good at this, this is pretty advanced editing. So we are going to use the person detect, and we're going to take it to the next level. We've got the photo of the bride. We're working off number 12. The goal here is to bring back detail in the bride's dress and her skin tone, lighten some of the shadows in the bridal party's outfits to see more color and detail, bring attention to the group and not the tree in the background. So generally that would mean darkening the background so the group pops, just like we did on the soup. But let's see how this works. So the first thing we need to do is go to our selective edits menu from the develop module with this image selected and give your computer a minute to detect all the people. The first person that we want to make an adjustment on is the bride. So you can hover over each person. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. And it will show you who it is. So the bride is person 4. And we want to select the entire person and then choose create mask. So now we have a mask of the bride. In this case, person 4 is vague. So you do want to go ahead and choose right click, rename, and call it bride. So once you have her selected and renamed, I got ahead of myself on this one. We're going to go ahead and make an adjustment. We're going to put the highlights to -31 to bring down the highlights in the dress, show some detail in the whites. And then we're going to increase whites to 15. Looks pretty good. That's pretty subtle. With the bride taken care of, now we want to start selecting the other people for the rest of the adjustments. So how do you select more people? You go to create new mask and you scroll down to select people again. And now it's going to do its magic and find all the people again. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to build a mask that includes all of the other people except for the bride. So the way to do that is to select the first person, and then we want to choose entire person, but instead of clicking create mask, don't do that just yet, choose add people. Now we see all the rest of the people. We want everybody except for the bride. If we remember, she was person 4. So in a way, it might have been smart to like rename mask 1 bride person 4 if it's not going to rename it here. And then choose continue. So now the goal in this book was to select just the clothes of the people. And when the book was printed, clothes was not an option. So I would like to just select clothes and see what happens. Yeah, it does it. So in this part, I would say ignore the next step. It's quite a lot of what he goes through. We don't need to do it. You can select clothes. In the goal on the bridal party clothes was to lighten them a little bit. So I'm gonna scroll. I mean, this does a much better job. You can literally go down now to step 12. And then we just want to create one mask. So select clothes. I do see a little bit is missing on her shirt there, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. So create mask. And here he wanted to increase the shadows to 46. So lifting the shadows by 46. You can see all their clothes got a lot lighter. I actually agree. I think that looks a lot better. So we don't have to do this bit that he's talking about all the steps between what I said and then number 12. So now we're going to go to 13. He does feel that he wants to darken the background. So now we're just going to create a new mask and we're going to choose select background. Photoshop's going to do a great job of this. That would have been a lot harder not that long ago. And we are going to reduce the exposure to -1.09 and increase the temp. We're going to warm it up to 29 by 29 points. Ah, wow. That looks pretty good. I don't love it. I don't know if I skipped a step on their skin, but they are not as warm as the background. But it looks okay. I would actually match all their skin tones to make this a little warmer. If I miss that, you can let me know. So I just think that that is pretty incredible, that you can do that. And I suppose to get back to do all their skin tones, I could just choose, I'm going to do it and we'll see how it works. I'm going to go ahead and select all the people. So create new mask, select people. I'm going to choose all people. And then facial skin and body skin. And then I'm going to say create mask. And now I'm just going to warm that up. My computer's going a little slow here. I warmed up their skin tone by 27 on the temp. And to put a little bit more red in their skin, let me just see what happens if I put 20 on the magenta. That's probably a bit too much. So slider bar back down, 14 on the magenta. Oh, I think that looks a lot better. When I hover over the eyeball to see the before and after, there's before and there's after. They definitely needed that. So I'm adding those steps. And that's the end of that one. There's one last one of object selection, and we're going to do it.